Hi everyone, I'm just feeding the sheep again, checking them again. We've had a little bit of a problem today. This morning we went to go check the sheep at 6-7 o'clock, and we found a dead lamb in the big pen where's the 7 ewes, and we had a look at it, couldn't find anything wrong with it. It had quite a bit of dribble and had a very wet around its mouth and that. We didn't think anything of it. And then the orphan one that we're feeding at the moment, she started to go downhill today, and she was shivering, had the watery mouth, and we think she's either got a little bit of pneumonia or just the start of watery mouth. But we've brought her inside and given her some antibiotics and fed her well and kept her warm. She's been in the house now about 6 hours, what I said, maybe a little bit more. Yeah, more than that, probably about 8 hours. And I'm going from a lamb to not wanting to stand up and just laying there floppy, not making noise. She's now like this, waiting to get out of the cage, ready for her milk. So I'm feeding her now at 12 tonight, and then 5 in the morning, seeing how she gets on doing it that way. Just try to make it a bit more easier on me so I can have a bit more sleep. But we were a bit worried that she had watery mouth, so we've injected all the lambs that have been born and marked them all to make sure that we know which ones have been done. I don't think we have got watery mouth now that the way she's picked up, but we just did it to be safe rather than sorry. We've done a fair bit on the farm today. We've helped out Anderson, say it needed a tractor and dolly to move a lorry trailer about. Cleaned the straw lorry down, loaded the straw lorry up, and took down the last of the Christmas lights and stuff, and just did bits and bobs around the farm. And to be honest, I think we spent a bit more time on the farm than we should have, because we got a bit behind with all the sheep and keeping up with them and getting pens cleaned out and moving them about and stuff. But I'm just going to feed this little lamb, and then I'm going to be going over to the shed to go check all the ewes and everything, just check the water, and I'll just have to go out its cage. What I've done is we've made bottles of milk up earlier on and just stuck them in the fridge when she hasn't drunk them, and then what it does is just get the kettle and put some boiling water in a jug and stick it in the boil. And what I do is just put it on there, and if you can just about feel the warmth, then that's about right. So just want it about body temperature. This little one's out. Oh, come on, little one. As you can see, she's straight after her milk now, so she's a lot better. Don't know whether she just got a bit of fluid in her lungs from when we'd fed her earlier on, and that had just brought her downhill a bit, or what, we're not sure. One of the ewes that lambed yesterday, I put her in a pen and left the lambs to it, and went and checked them half an hour later to make sure they were getting milk and that, and they were getting milk fine. Mum was looking after them fine, and I got a bit too busy and forgot about them. I didn't forget about them, I just didn't get round to checking them and that, and I've gone and checked them today after I'd done all my work on the farm, and the lambs were pretty skinny, so I turned the ewe over, and her udders were big, and they were hard. So I tried milking her, and milk didn't come out of her for a couple of pulls and that, and tried milking her for a couple of minutes, and eventually the milk started coming back out, and I latched the lambs on so they could get a good drink. And I was going to check them earlier, but we got caught up with this lot maybe having watery mouth that I hadn't had time to check them. I hope we haven't had any more tonight, and I'm going to go find some more tonight. I hope not, because I ain't got any pens ready for them. They're all empty and all mucked out. They just need straw, but I like to use the conventional bales for that. We've just run out of them, so I'm trying to get hold of some, but I'm trying to do it for free. I don't want to be spending money on straw, because we've got plenty of straw. It just makes it easier if we can have it in conventional bales instead of lugging half slices of a Heston bale about, or round bales about it. For the little pens, it makes it more difficult. So I'm thinking of next year, if I do have the money, and probably the money from these lambs, I might look at buying a small old conventional bale or something, just to do 100 bales or something. Only an old thing, just so that we have some conventional bales for the sheep. Mum for her chickens and Anthony for his pigs. And they're just handy to have about, to be honest, and just when you need them. So I might do that for next year, but see how money is and see what harvest brings and everything. But I'm sure we'll find a way. But yes, not a lot's happened. We've had a few more lamb, and you aim for double the amount of ewes you've got, and we've had now 11 ewes of lamb, so hope to have at least 22 lambs, but we've got 21 now after that one died this morning. Then we thought we were going to go down to 20 lambs because this one was looking pretty downhill, going downhill pretty quick. But she's picked up big time now, so I think tomorrow she'll go back outside, and I'll go to farm shop or something and just get another heat lamp to put in the big pen with the lambs, just so that they can snuggle under that and get a bit of heat at night. Hopefully she'll be alright and she'll go under there and that. But we've got, how many left have we got now? We've had 11 lamb. Litland's drunk a fair bit. He's drunk almost 3/4 of a bottle, so he's doing well. But yeah, we've had 11 lambs so far, and we've got 32, so that's 31, 21 ewes left to lamb. Fingers crossed they'll all go okay. We've had a couple where we've had to help out, but they were both sets of triplets. But all the twins and singles, they've all gone fine. So far, touch wood. Oh, there's a little one going. Come on! Going off for a walk. I think it should be well enough to go out tomorrow now. But I'll check it. Oh, she seems fine now, but we'll just keep an eye on her. Keep her in for tonight. A bit warmer for her, and she can get her milk a bit better. And it's much nicer feeding them in here than it is out there. But I don't think I'll be getting any more ewes for a couple more years yet. Firstly, because we haven't got the shed space, and secondly, I will have the money, but it's just the time and effort, and it's a nice size at the moment, just to have a bit of fun and earn a little bit of money out of it. But I don't know if I'd want to do many more. But the thing is, what everyone says is, when you've got a couple of lambs, you might as well have a couple hundred lambs, sheep. They always take time up, and I must admit this year I have constantly been in the lambing pens with these 32 ewes, so I may get a bit more each year, and I'll leave it for this year because we don't have the shed space because of the cattle. Dad's Dad's expanding the herd, and we don't have the shed space at the moment. It's a bit tight as it is now, so I won't be able to get any use for next year. But maybe the year after I might get another 10 or 20 or something. I'll see what money I've got and what situation is with sheds and everything, and you never know what will happen in 2 years' time. So might even have to sell the whole lot. You never know what's going to happen. So I'll see what happens, but I would like to get a few more eventually. I enjoy it. It's hard work and that, but I do enjoy it. And the fact is, it's not my dad's part of the farm. It's sort of my own little thing that me and my girlfriend do mainly, and Mum helps me out. But the majority of the work's done by me and Chloe. Yeah, it's fine for the two of us. She's still at college, so she can't do the late nights some nights, and some days she's not here, and it does make it a little bit difficult when you're banding lambs on your own and stuff, and trying to move sheep about and keep sheep where they're supposed to be and stuff. But you manage your way around it, and I could probably manage doing it on my own, but it's much easier with two people. Sometimes we get confused with what lambs where and what ewes where, and who's lambed and who hasn't lambed, and which were the first ones to lamb, and what lambs need to go where. But I'm just walking out of the shed now. We had that storm Doris yesterday. I can't remember if it was last night I did some filming, or it was either last night or the night before. It was pretty windy that night. But yesterday we had Storm Doris, and that was about 70 to 80 mile an hour winds, and that was pretty bad, that was. We had a fair few trees fell over. There was one that fell over across the A1 and blocked the whole A1 up for an hour or two. But yeah, I built the wall up for him to keep him a bit more cover. But yeah, he's knocked his heat lamp off. They're the ones where the mum was producing milk and now isn't producing milk. That's the other one, she's going out tomorrow. These are all the ones that I had to run round after and inject them all earlier on. That pain in the bum. I'm just going over the fence now to check this one. I don't think any of them are going to land tonight. They all seem to want to do it in the morning. Look happy and that, but I won't know till I get to the end of this bit, because they all have lambed up this end, apart from one so far, but none have lambed, so I think I'm going to go to bed. And then Tim, how you doing, Tim? Hey? And Sebastian in the tuck. Good old boy. He's a bit naughty at the moment. He keeps headbutting me. I've got a bit of a dodgy knee, and there was one day he headbutted me in the back of the knee and popped my knee out, and I fell to the floor because I couldn't stand on it. I didn't expect it. He did it from behind, so I was on the floor, and as I was on the floor, he carried on headbutting me. Turned around and knocked him on the nose, get him off me, and yeah, he wouldn't stop going for me. So straight after that I penned him off on his own, and he stayed on his own. I'm not letting him do that. But looks like all of them are all happy and that. They all look okay. I don't know what you can see in the camera. The last video you can't see a lot. I know you can't. but I just wanted to show that it's not all happy and all sunshine and happiness. It is, a lot of the work is done in the night, and that you do have to get up early in the mornings and at night and all times of the day, especially when you're lambing and harvest and carving and everything. So I was just trying to show another side to farming, really, and there's a lot of sides to it, but I just sort this heat lamp out, and then I'm going to go to bed, have about 5 hours sleep, and then do it all over again, and feed them all and water them all and check them all, and a lot to do. But at the end of it all, when they're all running around that field, at the end of it all happy as Larry, that's the good bit, and seeing them all out there happy, and that's the bit I enjoy. This bit, I do enjoy this bit, and this bit is good fun, but it is hard work. And when you first take them out in that field and you see them running about, it's all worth it. All the hard work's worth it. Sometimes it feels like it's not worth it, but especially when things are going wrong and you just want to give up, but you don't give up. You don't have a choice. You can't just say, oh, bugger it, and sell them all as there and then. But you get to a certain point where you say, oh, this is it, I'm going to sell them after this, and then you get to that point and you think, no, I still like them, I'll keep them. But you gotta love them. But right, I'm off to bed now, and I will do another video soon, probably a sheep again, because I'm not doing a lot of tractor work at the moment, but probably in about a month's time I will be. So there'll be more machinery, but at the moment it'll just be livestock. I'll try and do one of the banding. It's just trying to do it all at once, and I'm sure I'll get it all done eventually. Alright then.